Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Symphony Banda podcast. My name is Shirley Korman, and I'm a host of this podcast. In each episode, you will hear from seriously smart and interesting symphonians about their projects, successes, and of course, challenges. Today's episode is a special one because we are diving into a topic that is crucial for everyone: mental well being and how it impacts our work and life. And who better to guide us through this than Zhenia Prymachenko, our amazing HR professional at Symphony. Zhenia is leading well-being direction at Symphony and is our internal ambassador of mental health. Hello, Zhenia. I am really glad to have you today on this episode about such a vital and crucial topic, and I'm really glad you will guide us through it today.
Hi, Shirley. I'm very happy to be here. Thank you so much for invitation. Frankly speaking, I'm a bit worried. It is my
It's
first,
totally okay.
it is my first event, so I will try to give from my side as much as possible to increase awareness of this topic.
Yeah, it's totally okay. Always try to think about the thing and the topic you're passionate about. So just follow the flow. How your thoughts are
Okay.
leading you, I am sure we will gain a lot of insights from this flow you will flow to. Okay, Zhenya, you are not only a mentor and a great support for all of us. And today, Zhenya is here to talk about why mental well-being is so important, how it helps us to work better, and about our new well-being space on Viva Engage. Also, Zhenya will share some simple tips to prevent burnout and keep a healthy balance between work and life. So, don't lose any moment more. Grab your headphones, sit back, and get ready to learn how to stay balanced and work with Zhenya. So, Zhenya, I'm always very curious about this question. For nowadays, a lot of things going on in the world, yes, and especially I saw a trend, yes, that mental well-being is gaining more and more attention in workplaces around the world. Can you maybe explain why it's becoming such a focus and how it impacts an organization success?
Yeah, definitely. I agree that well-being is becoming more and more important in the workplaces globally for
Mhm.
different reasons. First of all, COVID. Really, pandemic boosted the awareness of mental health issues because, or even due to increased stress, isolation, changes in the working environment. And really, that experience underscored the awareness of mental health in maintaining productivity and employee satisfaction.
Mhm.
Then we faced challenges in the remote work. You remember the time that the shift to remote work really blurred boundaries between work and life and personal life.
Mhm. Yes,
And at
agree.
that time, it increased the risk of burnout and also maintaining or even highlighting the necessity of mental health support.
Mhm.
Then definitely there was the most horrible thing, the war in Ukraine. People are living in constant stress. And really it has a huge effect, negative effect on all the aspects of well-being, mental well-being, emotional well-being, social well-being, physical well-being, and financial well-being. And definitely it leads to different problems, anxiety, burnout, depression, trauma, and many other health issues.
Mhm.
But we see that recently society has become more and more aware of mental health issues, and we even see that discussion on mental health actively and openly has increased.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
because
I think it just has become a big problem, and people needs to be aware of it, like much more compared to the, I don't know, 5 years ago.
yeah, I agree. And that cultural fit really encourages employees to seek for help and employers to provide support. And also, one more thing that I noticed that the sharing of best practices through networks, global conferences, professional associations also encourages the adoption of successful mental programs across the industries. If we are talking about the impact on the success of every company, definitely 100% mental health of employees has a huge positive impact
I
on the
also think
success of
so.
every company.
I think it's like a direct link between it. Like,
Yeah, definitely, definitely. First of all, it increases productivity and performance, and there is a very simple formula. Mental employees who are mentally healthy are more engaged, more productive, and perform well. So
this is
actually,
right,
employees tend to produce really higher quality work. Also, we can say that well-being activities decrease absenteeism and presenteeism at work. Just for us to understand that absenteeism is when the employees are absent at work due to illness, and presenteeism is when the employees are present at work, but they are not fully functioning. Also, if you're talking about pluses on success of the company, we can say that a good mental health can really improve employee retention and attraction, because a focus on mental health can make every company, without any exception, more attractive to possible and potential employees and help retain existing ones.
yes, because when you're
And
satisfied, you want to share it with everyone. Like, oh, I love it.
definitely,
I am
definitely.
satisfied. I'm appreciated. And when you're like, you're not happy, you want just like lie in your bed and know so that nobody talk to you. It will not bring any better, I
Sure. And in
think.
addition to your words, it increases loyalty. Definitely. And innovation and creativity. We all know that support environment encourages new ideas, problem solving, the same as resilience and adaptability. We all know that people with good mental health are more equipped to adapt to different changes and to stress.
Yes,
So
it's
that is
actually.
also the plus, yeah, of good mental health, and it has a very direct effect on the success of the company. And definitely, if we are talking about financial side, it reduces healthcare costs and decreases really turnover rates, which is very important for the company.
Yeah, so taking care and being aware of mental health of employees will eliminate a lot of other problems in case you will not do it.
Yeah, definitely. And what about company culture? For example, if I am as employee, I feel cared of. So really, I will be more certainly to contribute positively to company
Yes.
culture and promote positive atmosphere within the company.
Definitely, definitely, Jane. So I'm also very curious. You have mentioned, yes, that since last few years, the awareness about mental well-being has grown. Yes, it's a fact. Yes, more and more discussions about it. And which kind of latest trends in workplace well-being do you know? And maybe you can share also how are we as Symphony, as company, incorporating this latest trends in our well-being space and Viva Engage or company culture in general?
Yeah, first of all, let's start from well-being trends. Yeah, and so the most important and the biggest one part is connected with creating well-being programs,
Mhm.
which address all the aspects of well-being: physical, emotional, mental, social, financial well-being. Also, veterans integration program, which is very important nowadays. I know the practice from different companies who have customized well-being resources that
Mhm.
meet diverse needs of employees. Also, there can be mental health support. Within that point, we can have sessions with psychologists, some mental health days, or stress management programs. I know that there is a practice in some companies where they have some groups for leadership team and some learning groups for HR team. For example, it can be the first psychological aid for HR.
That's
Also,
cool.
there are some, sorry?
It's very cool, I think.
Yeah, because we also need to support our managers, HR people who always on a daily basis work with people, and they inspire, motivate
Yes.
the people. But we need to motivate and inspire managers and HR also, and support them. Also, there are online and offline supporting communities in order to create that atmosphere where people can share their painful points, their complaints, and discuss how to cope with stress using different methods. Also, digital well-being tools, which are very popular nowadays. Some mindfulness techniques, meditation, fitness
Think there is
tracking, and
also
even
so many apps for your phone that reminds you to breathe, to take slowly,
yeah,
yes, clear your thoughts. I think it's nowadays it's just full with all this stuff and apps and reminders and programs. That's also very cool, I think.
yeah, and in addition, there are different apps with virtual therapy sessions. Even recently, I have started to
Okay.
use such app, and really, it gives also some benefits for the person. It's definitely it can't change or replace the psychologist, but if you want to ask something to get some advice, simple advice, yeah, you can use also this app. I know also that there is a practice in the companies where they have work buddy,
Mhm.
meaning that you can feel free to share your emotions, your feelings with a person, or complain on something, or to share your fear. But it will be better if that work buddy will be of the same level of responsibility. And definitely
It's
after
your
creating
teammate
trust,
or it is a separate person responsible for it?
it can be any. It doesn't mean that it should be only your teammate,
Mhm.
but the first and the main criteria is that you need to create trustful and secure relationships where you can feel free to share what is going on inside, what are you feeling, what you're afraid of. And the same, I know that in the companies there are different communities, circles, or groups. For example, management circle, where they gather together and discuss not only positive moments
But
but
also negative.
hardships they're facing with,
Mhm.
forecasts, coping strategies, and that community gives a possibility for all managers to share their expertise, engagement, suggestions, recommendations, and understand that everyone is having problems, yeah, and see what can be also used in your private life. Yeah, you can take that coping strategy and use in your practice. So there are different moments. And for example, we can say flexibility and work-life balance. From one side, there are policies which promote work-life balance are in demand now, right?
Mhm.
Because people is very focused on well-being. From the other side, according to experts, work-life balance definition does not already exist, yeah, because there
Yes.
has been a change in balance concept. Earlier, we got used, yeah, that we had 8 hours of work, 8 hours for leisure time, and 8 hours for rest. And then to get a successful success, we worked hard, and 8 hours turned already into more hours. And it was for us crucial moment, was connected with COVID, which mixed work time with the personal time. And you remember that it was difficult for us to
Yes, it was
distinguish working
difficult
issues,
to separate it. It somehow get blurred.
yeah, from personal life. And it boosted that process. And nowadays we have such a definition as work-life integration or work-life fulfillment. And we have one more definition, which is called whole life. And you see that there is no word work here,
Mhm.
as it is already included by default into life with other main components. And we see the positive tendency that people have changed their focus, and now they take into account more other important issues: family, leisure time, rest, development, relations. So, and together with career. So, career now does not play a very priority role.
Yeah, I
So,
fully
here I
agree
should
with
say, if
you.
you're talking about trends, the focus is more on flexibility and adaptability of our people.
Yeah, I see what you mean. And I really glad because you definitely know more than I do about, yes, how aware people are getting about well-being. And I'm really glad to hear it because I know that earlier there was, some kind of stereotype that if people go visit a psychologist, it's something wrong with this person. And I'm really
Mhm.
glad nowadays people are getting more aware and responsible for their not only physical health but also for mental health, because this impacts also the people they are surrounded by. So, it's like a radiation, it's a positive or it's a negative. So you also have to care about this as well. So, Zhenia, I just cannot miss this question. Based on your experience, can you share maybe some habits or practice you are using to prevent burnout? Maybe some small tips and
Um,
tricks, you are already maybe used
mhm.
to it, but it might be very insightful for our listeners.
Yeah, first of all, I should say that as all people, I'm also having ups and downs. And I'm always trying to test what works for me well. And even if I see that something does not work, I try to search. I always listening to different videos, reading different articles of experts in mental health, and always try to take something for myself to be more effective, more productive, and to improve my well-being. So, and there is a pyramid of basic needs where we have nutrition, rest, or sport, and sleeping. And if we take into account each of these points, I should say that, for example, nutrition, as here I can say that delicious food gives me a great resource. I do love food and coffee, which gives me really pleasure and
Satisfaction.
good vibe, yeah, and energy. And for me, it is very important to have that even perfect visualization of my food plate. So it also gives me, some positive vibes and make me feel the new day and be ready for the new day.
Mm.
I always listen to morning jazz
Okay,
before
cool.
my breakfast, during the breakfast. It also gives me to set myself for new challenges. Then during breakfast and after breakfast, I have me time where I can analyze, I can plan my day, I can sum up my previous day. So I'm just talking to myself and thinking what can be done better today.
Mm-hmm.
If you're talking about the next basic need, sport, um, yeah, before the war, I was jogging always, and it was my main resource. Since the war started, I really stopped, and I couldn't pull myself together to continue doing my good habit. And 2 months ago, I started jogging. I came back to jog, and really, I feel even much happier and healthier. And so
Well,
every
because you are
morning,
somehow back to your happy routine, or how do you?
yes, yeah, and really it gives me a lot of pluses, and I see it in my body, in my mind. So every morning, early in the morning, I jog before my breakfast, especially when it is a sunny weather. It gives me lots and lots of energy. Also, I try on a daily basis to have a stroll for a long distance.
Mm-hmm.
As I do love nature, I like listening to bird singing. So it also inspires me and motivates me for further challenges and for achieving goals. And if we take sleeping, I have also my habit before going to sleep. I always listen to evening jazz, and I have candles for me to calm down a bit, especially when I'm too energized or I'm full of different emotions. I
Mm-hmm.
need to do some routine in order to calm down and to prepare myself for good
Sleep.
sleeping. And sleeping for me is very important, and I'm very careful to it. I have a schedule, so 10 p.m. is my just point into till which I need to go sleeping. 10:30 is my maximum allowed,
Mm-hmm.
especially if it concerns spring or summer. So I need to go sleeping till 10 p.m. And that is why it is easy for me to get up in the morning, early in the morning, and do already exercises, jogging. So till 8 a.m., I can do a lot of things already, be
Mm-hmm.
inspired and ready for the next day.
I fully agree with you on this point. So, as I understood, your habits and practice to prevent burnout is a stick to a schedule, but the schedule you like and love and gives you energy with all the small rituals, traditions, time for yourself. Somehow I also came to the thing that, okay, I will book some time so that nobody's steals it, but not like during the day, but in the morning until 9 a.m. or 8 a.m. Like I'm booked because if I will miss this slot, then
Mhm.
the next 8 or 9 hours can be like just no
Yeah, yeah.
no motivation nor energy. It's very important. And for many people, they usually say, I don't have time for it. But when you don't have time for this 10, 15, 20 minutes maximum, like you need to understand the consequences of it. And
Yeah, especially when it is a very difficult time now. You see that we are very sensitive to different things, even simple things. That is why it is doubled important to find that time for yourself. I call it like me time. And for example, during breakfast, I always practice gratitude. So you can do also the same if you do not have time or your morning is very busy by different activities. Yeah.
Mhm.
Or just, yeah, we're talking about 10 or 15 minutes. You can book that time for your favorite book. Or recently I have started to paint pictures with numbers. You know that, right?
Yes,
You
it
know
helps
those
me
pictures,
down
yeah, with
very,
numbers.
very, very much.
Yeah, so that is my meditation. I really then gather my thoughts. I really relax. That is my non-productive activity, which really helps me to recharge, and really I enjoy it because we also need to do something not non-productive, and something which gives us vice versa, some energy, some motivation. But overall, all my activities are based on the main point. It needs to give me inspiration and motivation and resource.
Recharge, recharge you as well.
Yes,
Like your
yeah.
social or just inner battery. It's very important. I agree.
Or
Zhang,
even hugging. We can practice hugging. You just hug and hug your friend or your beloved
I like
person.
doing
Yeah,
it with pets. My cat,
yeah,
my pet
but
relax
yeah,
me.
it works perfectly well for our well-being. Just it's a great thing.
Totally agree. I'm just very curious, because you have shared a lot about this practice, about understanding, about vision, about some maybe daily rituals or routine stuff how it can impact your inner health, like your satisfaction with life, your performance. Yes. And I'm very curious if we can wait for something from Wellbeing Space for you as a speaker, sharing some practice with us. Maybe you can share what's up or what are the plans for Wellbeing Space in the future?
Yeah, I will shed the light on it. But first of all, I would like to say that Symphony is really doing a great range of well-being activities, and I'm really proud of it. And I am evaluating this from the perspective as a person, even not HR, that we within the well-being we focus on five main aspects: sense of purpose, financial well-being, mental well-being, social well-being, and physical well-being. within each direction, company is providing different actions. For example, within sense of purpose, we have cultural interviews, we have implemented mentoring program, we have certifications, trainings, communities, yeah, we have professional development plan. Within the mental well-being, we really have a huge range of activities. For example, one-to-ones with people, partners, managers on monthly basis. We have the possibility to take sabbatical leave. We have certification days
Yes.
for all locations. And we have three perfect programs: a la carte benefits program, loyalty program, and recognition program. And for example, within the a la carte benefits program, we can take sessions with psychologists.
Psychologists, yes.
Financial well-being, which refers to our healthy financial state, and you agree that it is a very important nowadays also. We have also these programs, loyalty program and a la carte benefits program, which gives the budget for each person in the company. And one more point, important thing, that we have compensation on time and within the market range,
Yes,
which
definitely.
is very stable and important, especially nowadays at this difficult time. Within the social well-being, which refers to the quality of relations at work, companies providing also lots of different activities. For example, conducting town halls, meaning having open and direct and honest communication with people. That is cross-cultural collaboration. That is the budget for team buildings, different surveys. Also, we have Viva community, where we have interaction and engagement there along all locations. And one more thing is that it's not even the list which is limited, right? But company is really doing a lot in order to create that atmosphere for people and make people take time to take care about themselves and pay more attention on their well-being. And one more, physical well-being. Within that direction, we have different sport challenges. We have our programs within which we can buy, for example, gym membership,
Equipment, yes. Or
and or
equipment.
even, yes, sport equipment. Also, we have medical insurance for all locations, and what is more, we have unlimited sick leaves, which is very rare on the market level.
Yeah,
So
definitely. I also very rare hear about it.
yeah. And recently, company has decided to broaden well-being program with the help of Wellbeing Space activities. And within the Wellbeing Space activities, we are planning lots and lots of things which are very important for our people. First of all, if you're talking the aim of Wellbeing Space, I should say that really it is to foster a supportive and healthy working environment that enhances overall well-being in the company.
Yes.
And we remember all these main aspects, and well-being space will give us the possibility to increase awareness of our people according to each aspect, with the help of
Right.
different posts, with the help of well-being library, where people can find out different tools, techniques, suggestions, recommendations, and really use them in their daily life. Within the well-being space, we are having internal and external events. And this month we are having our first internal event, how to boost our productivity. And really, within the well-being space, we want to focus on important topics for our people. From the other side, we are ready and able to listen to our people and get feedback from their side in order to understand what are their painful dots nowadays, yeah, what topic they would like to get to raise awareness in. And definitely this community also helps our people to share expertise, share experience, share suggestions,
Yes,
advice,
some
which is
tricks,
very,
or tips
yeah,
and tricks also, they
yeah.
are always useful and always very interesting. What works, what does not work for some person.
Yeah, definitely. So I do like such idea because well-being space is that community where you can feel free to ask, to get feedback, to discuss some topic which is always hot and can be painful for us. Because on the internet you can find lots and lots, but you do not know whether it
What's
works for
relevant, what's
you,
not.
what is relevant. But here, especially when you are having your own teams, yeah, you are knowing each other, we have already secure and friendly atmosphere at the company, and it gives lots and lots pluses for a person to feel free to be to really to engage there.
Yeah, that's very cool. You know, I like that it will be really a hub, if I can call it like this, when where we will store and share the information that might be very like target for our audience at Symphony. Yes, in order not to lose time for search for something, you want to give them like on a plate, you know, so that they can feel themselves better. And I personally am very curious to be a part of it, and also to be a people for to whom Symphony shows this love and cares. Yes, about my mental well-being as for Symphonians, and I'm also very glad about this initiative within our company, as I truly believe that it's very important for our lives and work as well. Zhenia, and I'm
Yeah,
very
I agree with
talking here.
you, and I would like to shed a bit the light what is going on next within the Wellbeing Space. And in addition to our external and internal events with experts on different directions of well-being, we are planning to implement bi-weekly podcasts where we are planning to raise some topic and then surveys for our people, because it is valuable for us as a company to hear our people and to understand, yeah, what is important for them and help them in that direction. Also, we are planning to broaden our well-being library, and we are planning to implement different polls. From one side, it gives possibility for our people to share their feedback and to signal what topic is hot for this
Unneeded.
time,
Mm.
yeah, what is a priority, yeah. And from the other side, another pool gives possibility for people to raise their willingness and desire to conduct events, to share their expertise, because we are sure that each person is talented and every person is strong in something. So we as a company give the possibility for every person to share that experience. Why
Yeah,
not?
everyone is
To
welcome
discuss
always.
tips in different directions, to share that I have faced with some situation and it can be valuable for others.
Definitely experience, sharing experience. I think it's the most valuable information we can receive from our colleagues and just from people, because you can read the theory, but you do not know what counts in practice. And
Okay,
practical
right.
experience, it's always the best. Very cool. Zhenya, thank you very much for sharing and diving into well-being topic, yes, about the plants and about why it is so important for us. So our next action step is now to bring it to the actions, to share the expertise, to show the library, the posts, and share all the useful and interesting information that might be very helpful for our symphonians. So guys, join us on Wellbeing Space. We will be there for you, and we are always very glad and happy to hear what you would like to hear from us and what's interesting for you, and we are always there for you. Zhenya, thank you very much for being my guest today. It was a pleasure to have this very comfortable and very joyful conversation with you, and thank you for sharing insights.
Thank you so much for our event. Really, I feel already, like proud that we always, or that we also help our people to increase that awareness on well-being, and people can really use that chance to take more time and pay more attention on their well-being. Thank you so much. We do a great job.
Thank you too. It was a pleasure to have you on my podcast. See you then.
See you. See you.